Have you ever wondered what happens if you take period drama and zombies and smash them together with a $30 million budget? Well, that's what we're going to talk about right now.
I shall never relinquish my sword for a ring.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Scott and I'm your host today and every other day as I take you through news and reviews in the world of horror and throw in a bit of true crime as well. Today I'm talking about a movie that caused a little bit of tension in our house, which is still kind of lingering, and I don't think I've been forgiven. But before I get into that, make sure you subscribe and you hit the notification bell, because if you love horror movies or true crime, you're going to love pretty much everything we do here. So earlier this week I made the decision to watch Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and the whole point of this came about that Lisa, my wife, she really enjoys period dramas. She likes things like Downton Abbey and Bridgerton, and Pride and Prejudice sits at the very, very top of that list of things that she loves. Jane Austen that's her craving. That's what she desires as much as I desire horror movies. And I like horror movies. So while we were looking through the streaming service, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies seemed like a match made in heaven. It would have all of the lovey-dovey stuff and the period piece stuff that I'm not really into from Pride and Prejudice that would keep her happy, and then it would have mind-numbing zombies ripping people apart, which would keep me happy. It had more of one than the other, and I don't think she's forgiven me for the horrible things it done to a piece of work that she adored.
I'm messed up.
However, if you love dumb, fun horror movies that really do have incredible production value, this is for you. So this follows the normal story of Pride and Prejudice, be it a little bit bastardized by adding zombies. So you've still got the young girls who are looking to find suitors, male suitors, and you've got Mr. Darcy and the other guy, I can never remember his name. You've got them, and they're knocking around and they're trying to do their normal thing, and then you've got zombies thrown into the mix, and we're isolated from the world because zombies have taken over everywhere and there's only this one little small place. And because of this, the English aristocracy trained their people. So the ones who had money, the ones who are from the high class, they were trained in Japanese martial arts, and the ones that were poor, they were trained in Chinese martial arts. Why they picked those two, I will never know. However, it makes for some truly incredible scenes. Mr. Darcy with a samurai sword cutting down hordes of zombies while Elizabeth has two little daggers rolling around stabbing people is honestly a work of pure cinema. Now, this had a huge budget, and in truth, I think they expected this to be a massive hit. I think they put a lot of money in this, expecting this to be like a Tucker and Dale versus Evil, that kind of cult movement, or even like a Shaun of the Dead. And if I'm honest, it's got the quality to do that. It has a really strong cast, and everyone here gives top-notch performances. There's even people in this who've appeared in things like Game of Thrones, Charles Dance being one of them, and it's just a really well put together movie with a really good script. And to make things even better, the production quality is second to none. It's not filmed all on green screen. It's not some dodgy CGI thrown together mess of a work. This is a practically done product. There is so much practical effects work, especially on the zombies. You also have real world scenarios. It's filmed on set. You have all the big stately houses that you have in Pride and Prejudice and Downton Abbey. You have the rolling hills of England, and you have all of the period dress, and it's all top quality. It doesn't look like they picked it up in the charity shop for £1. This is proper costume design, proper made stuff for this movie.
Yes, good, on we go.
I love a trashy movie. If you listen to any of the podcasts, you will know we are big advocates for the Sharknado franchise. I would give away the entirety of the Sharknado franchise, forget it, wipe it all from existence, for a sequel to this movie. This movie is the peak of ridiculous cinema, ridiculous crossovers, and the only reason it failed, and I'm gonna say it, the only reason it failed is because they didn't treat Jane Austen's work with much respect. So where there are certain lines and certain moments in that story that are very, very pivotal, what they would do is they would get to that point, they would start the line delivery like you would expect, and then they'd change it. Or they'd have the moment that everyone's been waiting for, and they'd subvert it slightly and change it. And that's the reason it lost Lisa on the watch. She was like, this is awful. Why are they doing this? All they needed to do was keep 2 or 3 words the same, and I would have been more invested. But for me, this was an absolute delight. It was a delight because it was so unexpected. It was such a good surprise. And it was also a delight watching Lisa get so angry and so much emotion for a movie that I honestly thought she would like. So I took some pleasure in that as well. I would love to know if you've seen this, because this flopped. It came out in 2016 and nobody saw it. So if you have seen this, let me know in the comments that you agree that this is as amazing as I say it is. And if you haven't, it's free on Prime. So go and check it out and come back to this video afterwards and either thank me or berate me for sending you off to go and find this movie. And until next time, have a wonderful week. And I wish I knew a line from Pride and Prejudice, but I don't. Oh well. We'll just head to the Winchester. I know that line. That's from a zombie movie. All right, bye.
It's zombie time.